Definitely nice.
Go on to the co-main event. We got Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko taking on Alexa Grasso. So I'm gonna go first. Grasso jumped on her ass from the start. And I got another question before we get towards like closer to the end. But she jumped on her ass from the start. She looked confident as fuck.
Yeah.
She was like stoic. She didn't look nervous. She looked like she was ready to be in there. Hands looked fast. Valentina looked a little older than me, like physically and like in her face, she looked like she aged a little bit.
Yeah.
And she also looked slow. I don't know if that's because Grasso looked so fast. But in the first round, she almost dropped her with the hands.
Like,
Valentina buckled, and I was like, oh
nah,
no.
yeah. Coming into the fight, when they put like the fighters like credentials on the screen, they showed them like the age, reach, and all that. They showed her 34. I'm like, yeah, she's turning 35 in 4 days. I'm like, I don't know. It just hit me. I'm like, damn, I don't like the sound of that shit. Then I just remember her last fight. I'm like, I don't like the sound of that shit. But I'm gonna put it past and put it to the back of my head. Like, we don't care about that. We can go out and finish this girl. And then as the fight's going on, she throwing these combos. Grasso tagging her ass. She trying to come back with the counters, but it's just slow. Grasso's just moving out the way. So I'm like, yeah, she's kind of slow. Like, she ain't hitting that ha ha ha.
I think she did look slow to Grasso, like compared to Grasso, but also, you know what else I think it is? I think it's she been doing this along Grasso and seeing all her, you know how you hoop with somebody and you see,
But
every bag
they
got,
were saying
every
like in the fight,
bag.
they were saying in the fight Grasso switched up her stance from like her
She
usual
went
one.
to southpaw.
Yeah, so I'm like, they were saying Valentino can't do her 1-2 kick leg kick kind of little combo shit. So that's why she was trying to check it with the little question mark kick, see where it's at basically. But so I'm like, that could be a reason. So I'm like, she's
slow.
just
Like
real
everything
slow
she was
though.
throwing,
Yeah.
it looked like Grasso knew it was coming before. Like, I ain't saying Grasso put on an excellent performance. Like,
Yeah, I just feel
Valentina
like
was in there.
I feel like it was both. It was kind of like 50-50. Like Valentina definitely looked slow, and Grasso was definitely trying to like bring it. She was stepping
I think
forward.
she
She
was
was bringing it to
prepared,
her ass.
and
Yeah.
Valentina looked like she aged a little bit.
Yeah, so
Because
definitely great.
I think she took a year off, didn't she? Like
No, I think this would be that made it a year.
like this fight. Like she
or a little bit.
She had one fight in a year. Like
less than a year. I think it was the last one was like May.
Yeah,
it was like a little less than a year.
Normally she fight 2-3 times, or at least 2 times. But
nah, yeah, I don't.
But another thing, so Grasso got her ass. She was ready for her. It looked like she had her out there panic shooting.
Yeah.
She did not look comfortable at all. Like
she was slow.
She looked like
I feel like she knew she was slow. Like she couldn't get them counters back.
You texted me. I think we either talked first, or you texted me. Was like, why shouldn't just take her down, put her in the crucifix? Then she got her in there, and they said it. Joe and NBC said it. We ain't never seen nobody get out that crucifix
and got right back out that shit.
She got out of it. No, they wouldn't. She got out of it, and she got back to her feet. Normally, if you get out of it, they still.
I don't like that.
And then she started chasing her down with the hands again. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know why I just had that feeling like with these past fighters, like champions this year, like some of them getting old. But I just feel like as they go up like a year, like 34 to 35, it's just like night and day. Like they just look like an old nigga.
Habib said your prime is 31 to 33. That's what he said your prime is.
Shit, because I'm just thinking about Usman too, and I'm like,
he looks good though.
He did look good, but it's like, damn.
Kicked in the head. I think that was just overconfidence. And so 2 more questions here before we. Do you think Valentina was overlooking her? Because she was saying the same stuff she said about all her opponents. She got glaring holes in her weakness. I'm gonna point them out.
Yeah, but no, I feel like she never really overlooks her opponents. I feel like she always goes out and hard. I just think
she was just ready.
Just both. Like Grasso was ready, had an excellent game plan. Valentina just looked slow.
All right.
Like,
and then
yeah,
I'm gonna point out 2 more things. First, I feel like this shit always happen when they about to break a record. Usman was about to break Silva's 16 fight UFC winning streak record. Let me see. Adesanya was on his way to becoming middleweight GOAT. Who else? She was on her way to finishing the belt. Amanda was on her way to, what was she about to do?
She was just something. Being a GOAT on herself in her own right.
Somebody else got.
I think she was about to break something probably, or just adding to it.
I think Stipe was 1 fight away from breaking like the most heavyweight title defenses or something. He got caught because I think it's the record's 2 title defenses is the record, and he got it.
it's just very suspicious why they always lose,
And
but
they
the
trying to push these
favorite be losing.
and they trying to push these Mexican champions.
Yeah, now you got 3
3
Mexican
Mexican
champions.
champions.
That's why I sent you the text messages. I'm like, Brad, they about to try to tap into that French market with Cyril
No,
Gane.
I wasn't worried about that. I wasn't worried about that. They ain't building no PI in France yet.
Yeah.
But no, that was a little. I was like, damn, we should have seen this coming. But and then what was one other thing I wanted to touch about this? Oh, I was gonna text you this because I think you said you had it 3. You had it 3-1, Shevchenko, didn't you? Before the finish, because I had it 2-2, getting ready to go into that 5th round. Because I think she finished it with like
I
40
had her
seconds left.
winning that round.
I thought she lost that round. Let us know what you think.
This is
I
at
thought
the
that was 4.
third
That was round 4.
or round 4.
Was Shevchenko winning round 4 before she got finished
Like it
or
wasn't.
taken
I
down?
had her not winning. Like it wasn't like a far gap, but I just felt like Shevchenko was landing more of her
I thought she
jabs.
lost 1, 2, and 3, lost
Yeah.
4, and it was gonna be for all the marbles in 5, but she ended up getting finished.
Oh no, yeah, I had her losing the 1, winning 2 and 3, and then slightly winning the 4th one.
I think a
Like I
Grasso.
wouldn't be mad if they gave Grasso the 4th one, but I definitely had Shevchenko winning that 4th.
And then I was gonna text you this, but she ended up losing, so I don't even know if this like statement still makes sense. But I was saying, do you think she was starting to get the John Jones effect at light heavyweight, where it's like it wasn't interesting to her no more? Cause like
Probably yeah,
this was title
because
defense
I ain't
number
really
8.
think who she gonna fight after this.
Like
That's why
she
I'm
was
kept.
fighting number 6 in the world. Like that's kind of low. Like this ain't even number
Yeah, that's
3
what
or
I'm
4. This
saying.
is 6.
I was like, she gotta fight Amanda after this
And her
shit, bro.
performances, like, cause her fight against what was the girl name? Santos, I
Yeah,
think.
Santos.
That one, I think she
She
lost it.
lost that fight. I'm
It
sorry,
was
I love
close,
her
but
too.
she lost it.
She lost that
And then
fight.
this one, I think it was about to be a close fight. We'll see how round 5 was
Like I
gonna
don't
go.
think
But
she looked past her, but it definitely, you could definitely make an argument saying like she was losing interest
you think
in
so? Cause
fighting.
like John was saying, he wasn't interested in fighting these other dudes, and he looked interested fighting Gone last night. This whole
I
fight, he
yeah,
looked like he was excited
I
to
feel
do.
like a fighter is at their best when there's a challenge. Like if you're going to something new that you never experienced before. Like if there's like this up and comer, like all world type of fighter you about to fight, or if you're moving into a new division, like you have a new challenge. If you've been freaking champion for like last several years, I don't really know how long she's been champion, but you've been
8
champion for
title
like
defenses.
some several years. Like, bro, this shit boring as fuck. Like that's why I like Command Volkanovski. Like, oh man, I want a new challenge. So
I
I
feel like
moved
Volk's
up.
a little different because he just kept fighting the same dude. He kept fighting it, and it was
That shit
close.
boring, probably.
I feel like it wasn't boring because I think Volk lost fight 2.
I feel like that shit is.
I feel like it's more boring for like Pereira because Pereira out here finishing Izzy.
Nah, he hasn't been in long enough. I'm just talking
You know
about
what I'm
like for
saying? But
if you've
like
been a
fighting
champion
the
for a
same
while.
person, like they fighting people like lower level. But I feel like Volk, it's like no matter if you go out there and you fight, it's like Maze might be a bad example, but like Goku versus Vegeta. Like, okay, I win, but every day you push me to that edge, and I know if I don't bring it, you can beat me.
But it got to the point with him when he was just dominating Max that last fight. So it
Yeah,
was like,
now it's
and then he
over.
fought Zombie. It was like,
We fought Zombie before that, but that was coming off Max having that killer performance, and everybody was like, "Oh, Max might be the real champ."
yeah.
He beat you. We thought he beat you. He dropped you twice.
So I'm like those last 2 fights, I'm like, I'm gonna go move up a little bit. Y'all get better. I'm gonna move up. Try to challenge for this fight.
How
So
you
I
see
get
the
a new
rematch going? Because before we get there, because like when they was made this statement, I can't think of who. No, Anthony Smith made it. Shout out to Anthony Smith. We try to get you on here one day, bro. But he was saying when Amanda lost to Juliana, she still thought Juliana. He thought Amanda was the best fighter in the world. Juliana just had it that night.
Yeah.
But he said that fight, Alexa Grasso looked like she was the better fighter.
I'd agree.
I'm leaning that way, especially because she won the fight. But like, it was
I'm not gonna
close.
say that makes Alexis Grasso like the best.
Oh no.
Even though she is champion, so technically she is, but she was definitely the better fighter that night. And like to the rematch,
Not just that night. Like we both thought Amanda was gonna come back and dominate. Amanda just looked like she was out of shape. She had just got over COVID. She had a baby. She was walking around with her baby everywhere.
yeah.
She was talking about retiring. It just looked like she wasn't focused. And girl caught her slipping. She
I
came
feel
out with
like
all her.
Amanda next too. I feel like she needed to fight one more time and call it a
Oh
career
yeah,
too.
but I feel like Amanda could still dominate for a while. Like, her the 125 division low key starting to get stacked. We got Erin Blanchfield. We got the girl from France, Madame Ferrera, whatever her name is. We got Santos, who I think should have had a strap right now. We got Alexa Grasso. I think she's 27, 20, 30 something.
It's 29, I
She
think.
only getting better.
Yeah.
Like, what you think about the rematch?
It was very. I
Like,
honestly,
I ain't that confident in her. Like, I
I'm
would.
not. But it's like I wouldn't be surprised if she come out um do another like Amanda, just come out and just dominate her
I don't
ass.
see it, bro.
I could see it because I'm like, all right, you was slow this fight, and you was probably losing interest. Now you got a challenge, like nigga, you lost your belt.
But with Amanda, I think Amanda got finished in what first? No, she got finished in the second round
Yeah,
because
second.
she was breathing hard that first round. Valentina looked like her same self, but just slower. Like Amanda looked out of shape. Valentina didn't look out of shape. She looked slow. Like
I
that
feel
ain't
like you
something you can
can.
get back.
I feel like it is like if you slower, not because of age, but just your lack of interest.
I don't think
Like if
that
you
slow you
lax, if you
down.
be, yeah, I feel like you can. If you being lackadaisical, like just your interest.
She looked like she was throwing everything as hard and fast she could. It's just
I don't
it
think
looked
she was
like her game
throwing it as
speed was
hard as
turned
she
down a
could.
little
Like
bit.
I feel like she was throwing it as hard as she could. She'd be missing, throwing, swinging
No, I
wild.
ain't
But
saying like as hard
yeah,
as she. I'm saying as hard as she could, but still being technical.
I
Like
just want to. If she come out and look the same in the rematch, then I'll say yeah, it's because of age. But if for like now, I'm gonna say it's just her being like her lack of
I'm
interest.
leaning towards age
Yeah, I'm gonna
because
just
like
say lack of interest. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and just say
I do
like
think she was a mixture of her being
the
bored, but
lack
she
of
also
interest.
looked slow. Like
But
when
yeah,
Jones was losing, when Jones was getting beat up by Tianto and Reyes, he looked bored to me.
yeah.
He was getting beat up, but he looked bored.
I feel
She
like she
didn't look
if
bored.
she
She
has
looked
it,
like, oh shit, this girl
but yeah, I'm saying if
here to
she has
fight.
like a camp of when she knows is like a possibility of her losing like a whole camp with that in the back of her mind, I feel like she may go harder. Like in camp, come out better.
We'll
Like, but if
see.
you going through camp and you like going already on like a 20 billion fight win streak, you gonna work hard, but you don't got that threat in your back of your mind. Like I could get knocked out or lose this
I
bitch.
definitely think they doing the next one in Mexico. They probably gonna throw all the champions on their Volk,
Yep,
Yair, Alexa. Who is? Oh
Moreno.
yeah, Moran. I'm missing one.
I don't know about that. I feel like Moreno like a co-main event type of guy.
I would go.
And
I
you
would go
can't put
Moreno.
like
Then I would go
Valentina got to be
Valentina
co-main.
Co. Then um
Yeah.
I would go Volk. Yair. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the notification bell, subscribe, tell a friend, and we're out.